STRIVECast is back for another time show. Yeah.
Season 4, episode 9.
Woo! All right, we're back.
Yeah.
Let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Noel Thompson, and my dear friend is Susie right over there.
Ah, okay.
That's
Jeff.
my brother.
All right, Jeff.
Yes.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Jay.
All right. And Susie's already been introduced, but Susie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Of course. I'm Susie, and I am a top priority top-notch producer.
Wow, that's quite a title. All right. How about our top-notch sound and video engineer?
Hi, I'm Ryan, the sound and video engineer.
Okay. Whitney is on mute. Sorry.
Hey, I'm Whitney.
All right. And Alex?
Hi, I'm Alex.
And I'm Pete. Welcome to the STRIVEcast.
Hey, Pete.
Guys, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do today?
Why you wearing your mask? Wait.
Someone had to come in here and get something.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Big show today. Who's our guest?
Sarah.
That's right. Noel, where's she from?
Portland.
Portland what?
Community Squash.
Portland Community what?
Squash.
Portland Community Squash. That's right. We'll learn quite a bit about that organization today, I think. And then, Susie, what is your game about today?
Well, today is about poinsettias.
Ooh, poinsettias. All right. And Jeff, do you have a big question for us today?
Pete. Yes, I do.
All right. Great. Okay.
Yes, I do, Pete.
All right. So big show ahead. All that, and then some planet poetry, I think, from Noel. Is that correct?
Oh, yes.
All right. And I'm sure a few surprises. So, Jeff, why don't you take us to break?
Yes, Mr. Pete. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to STRIVECast. Sarah, can you tell us about Portland Community Squash?
Yeah, so my name is Sarah. I'm the operations director at Portland Community Squash, which is a nonprofit organization right in Oakdale in Portland, Maine. So we're right in the middle of the city, not on the peninsula. And we're an organization that delivers squash, which is a sport that you play in a court inside. Not everybody knows it, but it's really fun. And then we also have wellness and education components of our program. So we work with students starting in about third grade, all the way through 12th grade. And then we follow many of our students through to early career age 25. And we have a big membership of adults and families. So really our community is really multi-generational. So we have kids and their parents and their grandparents all here at PCS at any given time of the day, playing squash. And I'm in our yoga studio right now. So that's an example of sort of a wellness piece of our program. And then we do tons of academic tutoring in our after school programs.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Jeff?
What is your average day look for you?
That's a great question. I really like my role here because every day is pretty different. So when I joined Portland Community Squash, I did mostly fundraising. We provide a ton of financial aid every year to our students and membership. So that was sort of the original core of my job, and that's still a good chunk of my job. So I do a lot of, we do a couple big events every year. I develop relationships with people who are interested in supporting the organization. And then I do a lot of the program work now as well, in conjunction with the program staff. So right now, for example, we're about to launch our winter program on Monday. So we're doing tons of planning and outreach and communication with families and parents and students. And tomorrow we're taking a little group of 6th graders who just joined the program to salt pump, to rock climb. So every day is really different. And I drive a van to schools to pick up students, and all sorts of things. Play outside with students, do a lot of the wellness work. So my days are very varied, and I like it that way because I'm not at a computer all day, but I'm up and moving.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noel, back to you.
Okay. What is your, oh, I know this one. What is your favorite part of your job?
Yeah, so I think I just touched on that, but I think the most favorite part of my job, if I had to choose one thing, is the relationships that I've developed and built with a lot of our students and families. During COVID, of course, we couldn't have kids or families in the building. So each staff member, we have 10 staff members at PCS, and each staff member got assigned like 10 to 20 students and families that they developed relationships with and like stayed in touch with. And we did a summer program that was really fun in different neighborhoods. So I would say that that's my favorite part of the job is like building relationships with kids, gaining trust with kids, and really getting to know what makes a student excited to be part of the program.
Very cool. Jeff?
Yeah.
Back to you.
Yes, Pete. I got this, Pete.
Okay.
What is the hardest part of your job?
Oh, that's a good one too. I think the hardest part of my job probably is that we always feel like we could be doing more and more and more, but at some point you have to make sure you're focused on like the core programs and mission, and making sure every staff member feels like they can do their job effectively and really well without feeling like tired or burned out. I guess that's probably the hardest part of my job.
You know the feeling.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I think everybody can relate at this point.
What is something Portland Community Squash is looking forward to?
Well, so back in 2016, we purchased a former synagogue on Noyes Street. So it's between Dartmouth and Forest Avenue, near like, what's a good, like the Great Lost Bear is the one place I can think of that we're pretty close to. So we have this old synagogue that we're in. I can show you a little bit. Like I'm in the yoga studio right now. And what we have sort of learned over the past 1.5 to 2 years is we've really developed the youth program in an amazing way and grown the youth program to full capacity. And now we're hopefully coming out of COVID, and we're back up and running. But we also learned that in order to be like even more successful on the youth side, that we really want to engage parents and families in a more meaningful way. So we are in really early stages of a fairly big capital expansion here, which will include a really neat community. We're calling it the community common. So it's going to be a space off the front of our building for events. We're going to have a small cafe and teaching kitchen. Food is a big component of our wellness programs. And so we're in the early stages of figuring out how that might happen. And we were chosen by a Boston-based architecture firm to help us develop a plan. So we're really excited about that. We just hired Yirgania Lari, who has been a longtime parent of kids in our program, and he's going to be rolling out events, several events every month. And so in the next 2 years, hopefully that community commons space. And then today we just met with somebody who will help us develop our outdoor space for outdoor learning. People are really into pickleball. I don't know if you guys have ever played pickleball. It's really fun. So we'll add a couple of pickleball courts. And basketball is big with students. So we just want to be basically, it'll help us evolve to this being this community center where the whole family can gather and hang out and be here for squash, but also a networking event or a poetry reading or a movie night, and things like that. And then I think the other cool thing about Portland Community Squash is we really by combining the big age range of people, so kids to adults, we've sort of pioneered a new model called community squash. And there are 10, I think, other organizations across the country who are replicating our model, which is really cool. So Little Portland, Maine, and this, fairly small, although growing organization, Portland Community Squash, has become like a really cool model. So hopefully people can learn from us and learn from our mistakes.
Very cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Jeff?
What is one thing you wish everyone know about Portland community squash?
I would love to invite the whole city in here to come for a tour and try squash. I know there's a group from Strive actually coming pretty regularly. So I don't know if any of you guys have come, but we would love to have you here. Our doors are open. We have very accessible memberships. And we just love meeting new people and like having as many people in this building as possible. So I think I would like everybody to know that it's a super welcoming place and also a really fun community to be a part of. So hope you stop by sometime.
And now it's time for, guys.
Lightning round.
Right
Ooh.
near
All right, it's time for our
Fun.
lightning round. Okay. And
Love it.
typically Jeff goes first with the lightning round. Jeff, want to lead off?
Yes.
Okay, what do you got?
Hot chocolate or iced coffee.
Good one.
Ooh, iced coffee. Although not today.
I know that, right?
Noel?
Okay. If you were a what's your favorite holiday season? That's better.
Favorite holiday season? Ooh. I think my favorite holiday season maybe was the one we just came out of, Thanksgiving. I love cooking. I have 2 little boys who helped me cook this year, which was super fun. And I've never been like a real huge gift person. So the lack of gifts at Thanksgiving is pretty great.
All right. Jeff?
Okay. A turtle or a duck?
Ooh. Turtle.
All right.
They're cool prehistoric animals.
Noel?
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Do you like a small tree or a tall tree?
Small tree or tall tree? Ooh. I grew up in Vermont, and my neighborhood tapped maple trees every spring. So I'll go for tall tree. We made a lot of maple syrup. It was really fun.
Susie, you got one?
Finally, lakes are oceans.
Lakes or oceans? Ooh. That's a tough one. I think I'll go with the ocean. I like the salt water.
And,
Okay, and
oh,
then
and there's why I say oceans, because sharks is in there.
Ooh. Nice.
Look out for that.
Yeah, well, I will. Yeah, especially they're coming to Maine now. It's scary.
Yes,
Or
it
they're
is.
in Maine.
Very scary.
I don't swim too far. It's too cold.
And then Ryan usually concludes the lightning round with our famous question. Ryan, do you want to do that one?
Tell us your best joke.
Oh boy. What do you call? Okay, this is from my kids, so I'm not really. What do you call a box full of ducks? You guys,
Quack.
does anybody know this?
I think I do.
Yeah.
But,
Quackers.
Quackers.
oh, Susie's
That's
hot
very
for
funny.
that
Quackers.
one. There you go.
It's so hilarious.
And before, I think Susie fell out of her chair.
Oh,
Before we let
Susie,
you
I
go-
love that. Thank you for laughing. That makes me feel so good.
And Sarah, before we let you go, do you want to throw out a website or a way for folks to learn more?
Totally, thanks. Our website is pcsquash.com, and we are PC Squash on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
So yeah, and we are physically at 66 Noyes Street. We're open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. every weekday and 8 to 4 on Saturdays and Sundays. So truly, we would love to have you stop by, take a tour, hang out, check out the space, and anybody can play squash. We have shoes and rackets and eye protection for anybody who walks in the door. So yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, thank you very much for
That's
coming
very
on with
cool.
us today.
Yeah, thanks you guys.
Yeah,
It was really nice to see you and meet all of you.
Jeff, do you want to take us to break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
STRIVECast is brought to you by
All of our donors.
That's right, Jeff. All of our donors today, as this show comes out, it's Giving Tuesday, a day where everybody considers giving to their favorite nonprofit, which we hope we're in the top few at least. For those of you that are tuning in, and it's not too late to get involved. Just visit our website, pslstrive.org, and you can make a gift there, or just think about getting involved sometime in 2022. We'd love your support, and the show runs on support from all of our donors throughout the course of the whole year, as well as those that donate to our events. So special thanks to all of you for making Strive happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're done. Want to take us a break? Jeff?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
But I'll wrap it up.
Susie cute. Susie cute. Everyone likes Susie cute. Bam. What? Bam. What?
Double bam what? Okay, all right. What are we talking about today?
Well, National Poinsettia.
Ooh, poinsettia.
So December 12th is National Poinsettia Day.
Huh.
I believe this is in honor of that.
Right around the corner.
Yes.
Pete.
Yes.
I was just gonna ask. Let's check on the scores first before we get into the cues.
Good idea.
All
I
right.
think Whitney has the scores.
Let's check on the scores. We will do it pretty quickly. So in 6th place, we have Susie with 15 points. In 5th place, Jeff with 18 points. 4th place, Noel with 20 points. 3rd place, Ryan with 23 points. 2nd place, Alex with 24 points. And in 1st place is Pete with 29 points, but that could all change today. We have a big question at the end. Not sure
Whoa,
if it's worth.
a lot.
It would be a lot.
All
right. Why
Love
don't
it.
you ask the first question?
Okay. Poinsettia are poisonous to people.
True or false? So are poinsettias poisonous to people? True or false? And we'll start with Susie.
I think it's true.
True. Alex?
I think false.
Pete?
I'll go false.
Ryan?
False.
Jeff?
Whitney, I'm going with true.
I'm gonna go.
True.
I'm gonna go with Alex and Peter.
That might be a bad move.
Shouldn't trust me on this one.
All right.
False.
Okay. Well, guys, I'm sorry, Susie and Jeff, the answer is false. A small child would have to eat more than 500 poinsettia leaves to get sick. Pets, however, will get vomiting and diarrhea.
Here.
Womp womp. So don't let
All
your
right.
pets near your poinsettia,
So don't let pets. Correct.
but your kids can eat them all. Up to
Yes.
$4.99.
All right.
Don't let anybody eat your poinsettias.
Poinsettia were named for their bright red pointed leaves.
Oh, poinsettias were named for their bright red pointed leaves. Is that true or false? And we will start with Noel.
Okay. I'm gonna go with true.
True. Jeff?
Whitney, I'm going with true, locked in all the way.
Locked in all the way. Ryan?
True.
Pete?
I'll go false.
Alex?
False.
And Susie.
I think false.
False. Well, guys, the answer is actually false. Poinsettias were named after Joel Roberts Poinsett, a congressman who brought them to the United States from Mexico.
Oh, I should have read the question.
Points for Susie, Alex, and Pete.
Boom. With
It's because I forgot to listen.
Well, that will teach you.
that one teach you.
You can only get points if you listen.
Number 3.
Poinsettias can grow to 15 feet tall.
So poinsettias can grow to 15 feet tall. True or false? And we're going to start with Alex.
True.
Susie?
True. I'm going with Alex.
Probably
Let's
shouldn't.
go to Jeff.
False.
Noel?
True.
Ryan?
True.
Then true.
And Pete.
I'm going to go with false. That seems pretty big for a poinsettia.
Well, I'm sorry, Pete and Jeff, you should have gone with true because the answer
Yeah.
in Mexico and Central America, poinsettias are a shrub that grow as high as 15 feet tall.
Wow. That is a very large poinsettia.
It is.
If you eat one of those, I'll bet you're gonna sick.
Our Susie Q's producer is yawning, and now we're ready to go.
Yep. And you are too. You're
I'm ready.
producer also, girl.
Number 4.
Number 4. How many million poinsettias are sold in U.S. every year? A hint. A hint. It's a number between 1 and 50.
How many
Oh.
millions of poinsettias?
Yep. How many million poinsettias
Ooh.
are sold in the U.S. every year? It's a number between 1 and 50. 50.
How many points is this worth?
Yeah, Susie, how many points?
Well,
How about the exact would be?
10.
That's for
Points.
exact.
For an exact answer, and then 1 point for closest without going over.
Exactly right.
All
There,
right.
girly
All right.
girl.
Wow, that's a lot.
Let's get to it then. Noel.
Oh,
Noel didn't
sorry.
listen to the question. Oh, hey, no Googling there, buddy. Put your phone away.
Are you cheating? Negative 10 points.
That's like a point deduction there.
I think I will go to, let's see.
A number between 1 and 50.
I think I go with 40.
40.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeff?
I think 60.
It has to be
Must be
between
between
1
1 and 50. 60 is too high.
Oh, 1 through 50.
Yep.
I say 27.
27. All right. Ryan?
How about 35?
35. Pete?
I'm gonna go with
Jimmy Chestnut.
20.
Thank you, Pete.
Alex?
30.
30.
Mhm.
And Susie?
I'm guessing 50.
50. All right. Well, one of you has gotten it exactly.
No way.
Yes. And
Wow.
this is for 10 big points. And the winner is Ryan Taylor with 30 million
Oh.
poinsettias.
Wow.
All right, Ryan.
God,
Way to go.
Ryan.
Rockets Ryan into first place, I think.
All right. Let me do some math.
Uh-huh.
Can't
And
believe you tried to cheat, Noel.
I know.
I know.
But I actually didn't. I said the Muppets instead of the answer.
Oh, okay. Well, can't phone a friend called the Muppets.
No, I was looking on Muppets on my internet on my phone.
Ah. Well, don't look at the Muppets during the show.
But it wasn't a video. It was a picture.
Ah. This is a lot of math for Whitney. A lot of
Okay.
calculating.
I think I am ready though. Okay. We have a new first place winner by a lot. In sixth place is Susie with 17 points.
Good
In
job, Suze.
Jeff with 18 points.
You almost had-
Place is Noel with 22 points.
Yeah.
Third place, Alex with 27 points.
Oh, Alex.
Second place is Pete with 31 points. And in first place, with 35 points.
Good job, Brian.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ryan. That was a great round, and can't wait to see what we do next week. So,
Yep.
Jeff, you want to take us to break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
Welcome back for another time for another show. The
What's the time for, Noel?
The Planet Show.
Planet
What?
Show with Noel.
Once planet of a time, there was a galaxy far, far away with a time and space for many people whatsoever. And time for goodness, time for joy, laughter, silly, time for everything in this place. Take its back like it once in this place. But the time had gotten by three little planets went to the market. When the clock struck 1, the bad planet wolf came down. But when the clock strikes 4, the villager galaxy came to the village, knocking on the houses and destroy the big bad wolf planet, and the end.
Wow. There's a lot to follow there.
Does that poem have a name, Noel?
Like the 3 little pigs, but the 3 little planets.
The 3 little planets. Okay,
Yeah,
that was good.
yeah.
I never
What
knew
does that
planets
mean?
could go to the market.
I was gonna say, what do planets buy at the market?
There's got to be a dad joke there somewhere. Come on, Ryan, help me.
It was a little bit Monsters Inc. And 3 little planets.
Oh,
What do planets buy at the store?
Yeah.
I'll work on that.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Oh, you're agreeing with him. Ah,
Yes, I do, because the producers always be right.
okay, Miss the producer.
Thank you.
All right.
Great poem today, Noel. Thank you. Do you want to take us to break, Jeff?
We'll be right back.
We're back. It's time for Jeff,
For me to give you the big answer.
the big answer or the big question?
The big question.
Ooh, okay. Time for the big question with Jeff, which always has big answers. Jeff, take it away, bud.
Okay, what is the biggest tree in all of New Hampshire?
Oh, wow.
Ah, biggest
Wow.
tree of New Hampshire.
Question.
I think it's 5 foot tall and 1 feet shorter than an inch. That's my guess.
I'm going to guess it's higher than 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
But I've got no idea what the biggest tree in New Hampshire is.
66 feet tall, and the inches is 70 feet.
I'm gonna say it's a pine tree.
It is a pine tree.
I'll check the Google machine. Please hold.
Say it's a tree on top of Mount Washington.
Ooh, good one, Alex.
That's a good one, Al.
Thanks. It's the only mountain I know in New Hampshire.
Yes, you do.
Okay. I have the answer, Jeff. Are you ready?
Yes, Pete. Go
All
for it.
right. The New Hampshire skinny white pine. The tallest tree in New Hampshire is a white pine measuring 166.1 feet tall on a private estate in Claremont. It was declared the New England champion by the Native Tree Society. There you go.
Okay, Pete got it right.
Yes, I
He
did.
cheated because he Googled.
Yes.
Pete got it right.
You know what? They sound jealous, Jeff, I think. That I answered the big question.
We are not
15
done.
points for me, which translates to 30 if Whitney's keeping score.
Actually, I think
You.
it was Alex who got it right on the second time around.
Jeff.
Yes, he does.
30 points for me.
Yes, he does. And
Minus
she
10 for me.
went
And
on
Oh, come on.
Yes,
So, Pete, I'll give you 40 for that.
thank you.
pineapple tree.
Do you have any other big questions, Jeff?
I maybe have. I'm thinking a double feature.
Double feature. Okay.
Yeah.
Bonus double question.
What is the tallest oak tree is?
In the country?
Yes.
That's another one.
That is another one.
I think it's, let's see, 89,278.
I'm guessing be 86, 65 feet tall, and the wide is 78.
Don't know.
Hold
What
on.
does you have?
Well, I guess I've got a technicality. The first one that came up under Google for the largest oak tree in the United States has actually been cut down now. Does that still count? It was the oldest, but not anymore. That was a very tall oak tree in West Virginia, if you're scoring at home.
Actually, Pete got that right exactly. Right on the nose.
The Mingo oak was the oldest and largest living white oak tree in the world until its death in 1938. So actually quite a while.
Wow.
The tree reached a height of over 200 feet and its trunk was 145 feet in height. Crown measured 130 feet in diameter. The trunk measured 9 feet 10 inches in diameter. And the circumference of its base measured 30 feet 9 inches. So there you go.
Okay, Pete,
Wow.
you got it right, Pete.
Whew.
I give you 20 out of 55.
20 out of 55. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So there we go. Wow, we learned a lot about tall trees today.
Yes, we did. Yes, we
Okay.
do, actually.
All right. Jeff is taking the big question to a real big height. So, okay. Jeff, want to take us to break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
STRIVECast is brought to you by
Listeners like you.
Listeners like who, Suze?
My best friend, Steph Sinclair, and Gail.
Yeah, Steph and Gail Sinclair. Thanks for listening. They listen every week.
Thanks,
Thank you
Steffi.
very much. So, all right. And you could be the listener of the week too. Just let us know you're listening some way, somehow. Like our post, share our post, make a comment, leave a review, any of those things, anywhere you listen to the STRIVEcast. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jeff, want to take us to break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
Nice, wrap it up. Nice, tender teriyaki chicken wrap.
Tender teriyaki chicken wrap, the number one thing on Noel's menu. All right, that's a teriyaki chicken wrap because it's time to wrap it up, right?
That's right.
Yes,
That's right, Chairman.
rub it up like a sandwich, Pete.
Wrap it up like a sandwich. Okay. Anything we want to say as we leave today?
Oh, wrap it up with nice pretty Susie in the bottom over there.
Nice, pretty, and tender chicken teriyaki. All right. Ryan, tell us about if we're hiring.
Yes, Strive is still hiring, and with a $500 sign-on bonus. You want to check out pslstrive.org/employment for employment opportunities with Strive.
That's right. Awesome. Anything else, you guys?
Oh,
No, I
the share the love from
Share the
Patriot
love.
Subaru.
That's right.
Yeah.
Whitney, you want to
Oh,
talk
what
about that?
Sure.
Yeah.
So we have been selected as a local nonprofit beneficiary in Patriot Subaru's Share the Love campaign. So from now until January 3rd, $300 from every car sold at Patriot Subaru in Saco can go towards Strive. So if you or someone you know are in the market, head on over to Patriot Subaru.
Thanks to our
Do
friends at
we-
Patriot.
Have anything for upcoming events, Pete?
Upcoming events. Our next event coming up sometime, somewhere in 2022 is Strive Rocks. And we are in the very early planning stages of trying to figure that out.
Because it's 2022 and it's in March.
It might be. We don't know. We don't know where. We don't know when. We don't know how.
I know.
Something is coming big in the spring of
Somehow.
2022. We'd love, if you're listening and you have ideas or feedback, send them to us at STRIVECast@pslstrive.org.
It's up there in the air.
It is up in the air. That's right.
That is right.
Yeah, trying to figure out the best way to keep everyone safe and make sure everybody can have a blast and raise money doing it. Anything else before we sign off? All right.
Yeah, I do.
And thanks everybody for listening. We appreciate it. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you all.